Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope, and this one's for you, Aquarius. We're coming into September 2021, and it's going to be a great month to slow down and rebalance certain areas of your life. For you, particularly, finances may be up for review. As well, your personal philosophies might be tested in some way, and you could have the opportunity to practice honoring your wisdom while also staying open to learning something new. It's kind of a balancing act, and this month has a lot of Libra energy, which is all about balance. Fortunately, Libra works pretty favorably for Aquarius people because it's another air sign. So we'll get into some of the Libra activity later in this horoscope, but let's start out with our new moon this month. This month's new moon will be at 14 degrees of Virgo, and it's on September the 6th, activating your determination. Aquarius people will benefit from the productive vibes coming from this new moon. You can set your intentions on this date related to creating harmonious business agreements, paying off debts, attracting or improving an intimate partnership, and tuning into your own intuition. So this is a great new moon because it is still happening while there's a lot of forward moving astrological energy. Things begin to slow down the very next day. September 7th, we'll enter what's known as the shadow phase of our next Mercury Retrograde cycle. The shadow phase is sort of the warm-up period. Mercury's preparing to station retrograde on September 27th. So between the 7th and the 27th, think slow. It can be like a cosmic yellow light. And orient yourself towards setting yourself up for what you can wrap up instead of starting something brand new. So using those energies can be really key to having a successful month. Sometimes people get worried about Mercury retrograde and think it's going to cause a lot of problems and they can't do anything. But when you kind of tune into what it's directing, you can actually be quite productive. The actual Mercury retrograde dates are September 27th to October the 18th. So during this time, it's going to be great to turn your attention inward and maybe read or study a topic of interest. It's really favorable astrology for reading, writing, editing, and research. Things you can do on your own. It's harder to collaborate with others, but you can really get these things done maybe that you've wanted to do for yourself. It could be difficult to comprehend completely new information. That's true. However, you will feel success brushing up on old material and compiling some new data with the intent to absorb it more thoroughly after we clear Mercury retrograde. So it can be an information gathering time. Venus will enter Scorpio on September the 10th, where it will remain until October the 6th. These are going to be really good days to feel in your power in your work environment, and you could attract recognition from someone you admire, perhaps professionally, perhaps personally. Your ability to understand the psychological motivation of others will come in especially handy, and it could help you resolve some conflicts when there's confusing or missing factual information. Venus in Scorpio is going to enhance your detective power so you can help uncover what's really going on. Now, Mars is going to finish its journey through Virgo September 13th and move into Libra on the 14th. So the first few weeks of the month are going to be the most supportive time for intimate partnerships, and there'll be kind of a passionate mood in the air. Now, after the 14th, you might feel drawn to exchange knowledge with others. Teaching and learning will be supported, and you could be craving a new life adventure. Even though it's not quite the time to strike out on a brand new adventure, you can certainly research ideas and see what might be calling to you in the near future. Now, this month's full moon will be on September the 20th. It's at 28 degrees of Pisces, and that puts a spotlight on your finances and values. It won't be a good time for big purchases or financial decisions because of that Mercury retrograde, but you could feel kind of in the flow financially and receive money or other material resources for your past efforts. I think when there's a full moon in that area of your chart that has to do with finance during a Mercury retrograde, sometimes it can bring you money that has been due to you. Maybe somebody will pay you back who's owed you money. On the flip side, if you owe someone money, it's a good time to resolve that, at least set up a plan to figure out that. But it's all about resolving the past related to money. Now, you might have a realization about your own attitude towards money. Pisces is a water sign. It has to do with our subconscious and our psyche. So think about how you consider your own worth. This could prompt you to make some changes to your work life. Are you being paid what you're worth? So these are good things to reflect upon at the full moon. On September 22nd, the sun will move into Libra, and this marks the fall equinox in the northern hemisphere and the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. But all over the world, this is Libra season starting September 22nd, and it's bringing in a time period where we want to rebalance our lives. For Aquarius, sun and rising people, you might be focusing on building new skills or studying a topic of interest. And it's going to be important to stay open to other people's ideas. Ultimately, you'll be learning to balance your personal truth with the ability to admit what you don't know. And that's kind of what I was mentioning at the beginning of this horoscope. That's sort of the takeaway theme as we enter the last part of September on the 22nd with Libra season, during Mercury retrograde in Libra, which is all about reflecting. So I think you're going to gain a lot of insights, especially if you stay open to learning new things and realizing some of your rigid ideas maybe have some wiggle room, and that could actually open up and offer you some more freedom. So I hope you can make the most of September's astrology. Be safe and be well, and I will see you next time with your monthly horoscope.